Excuse me as I kiss the sky.
So I wanted to talk to my fellas for a second, and it's because, I read the comments in my comment section. I'm not going to be replying to most of them, and I'm probably not going to be doing any more live streams. But I do want to give my fellas some advice. If you, in fact, do not want children, when people find out that I'm definitely going to put priests on child support, a lot of people try to make me feel guilty about it. Like it's like this big thing, like I forced the baby or trapped the man into pregnancy. Woo, I'm the big bad black woman. No. No. If you don't want any babies, fellas, number one thing that you shouldn't do is sell a woman a dream. If you don't want to be with her, don't sell her a future. If you don't want to have children, don't tell her that you do. If you don't want to get married, don't say that you want to get married. If you don't want to live with her, don't live with her. A lot of men like to lie about these things and then get women in these situations where women are believing that these men want to be with them, and then they're open their bodies up to them. I'm in my 9th month of pregnancy because I was dating a guy who lied to me and said he wanted to be married. He wanted kids. He wanted a future with me. So you never really know with men. Women, we don't read your mind. So if you don't want kids, put on a rubber. Pull out game, better be strong. And make sure you tell women you don't want kids, period. Me and the father of my child, we spoke about having children in the future so many times. So he's just not some random guy that got a chick pregnant and me and him was just fuck buddies, and I just accidentally got pregnant, or I was just some side chick that got pregnant. This was a man I was building a future with. A man that lied and pretended like he wanted a future when he didn't. How was I supposed to know? If you lied, then how you expect a woman to, protect you as well? You can't lie to a woman, miscommunicate with a woman, and make a woman believe that you want marriage and children, and then get mad when she gets pregnant because you miscommunicated. You see what I'm saying? It's like a lot of men want black women to hold the responsibility of children. It's solely our responsibility, regardless to how many times you come up in the pussy. That doesn't make sense. So if you don't want children and you don't want babies and stuff, put on protection. Pull out. Don't have sex, or just be selective about what you're telling a woman. If you don't want to be in a relationship, if you want a temporary thing, say you want a temporary thing. If you don't want to live with a woman, don't live with her. It shocks and surprises me that someone can even pretend that they like someone, because I know for me, if I don't like you, you're going to know. There's no way in the world I could pretend like I love you. It's either I love you or I don't. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's no in between. So with men, if you're thinking one thing and saying another to a woman, she's not gonna know. You're manipulating her the whole time. Now again, my son's father isn't just some random guy that, just another black man on child support. The interesting part about him is that when he found out I was pregnant and we were starting to break up, dude asked for child support. I looked at him like he was crazy. I was like, you want to put yourself in a position of that magnitude? Like, do you realize the severity of you being put on child support, dude? Like, hello. And he asked for it. So that in itself is just crazy to me. Like, how do you ask for child support? And there's men out there who avoid their child support payments. There's men out there that let that child support payment pile up. And for a long time, I kept saying, I'm not interested in putting you on child support. Dude, I just want you to be a father. Come pick up your son, see him when you need to, whatever. You got money, you can give me some. If you ain't got no money, we can work on it next time. But that's not what he wanted. During my pregnancy, I've communicated effectively. I've contacted him for doctor's appointments. I've sent him an ultrasound, heartbeat, everything that he needs, to know about his son. I've done everything humanly possible to make the situation smooth between the two of us so we can co-parent. But he refuses to do what he needs to do. And this is what ends up getting men on child support. This is why. Because honestly, if you have children and you're dealing with your children's mother and all she wants you to do is buy them some sneakers sometime, come pick them up, take them to the park, little stuff like that, go ahead and just do that. If you got a little girl or something and she wants you to take the little girl to a birthday party or get her dressed or get her hair done or whatever the case may be, it's better that you do those things than it would be for you to be on child support and not paying for it. For some reason, a lot of men think, oh, every man that's on child support doesn't want to be on it. and the baby mama just put them on there because of some type of revenge and shit. It ain't even like that. A lot of men prefer child support. I don't think I would even be doing it if so many people wouldn't have suggested it. Both black men and black women have been saying, yo, you need to put priests on child support, period. Me, I just never wanted to do that because to me it's just like another bill. And if you don't pay it, your motherfucking license is going to get suspended and pay going to get garnished and to take your tax refund and all types of stuff that's just unnecessary. When you do stuff legally, it's a whole bunch of unnecessary shit you have to deal with. So my ass was like, I'm not interested. So if you a man and you don't want any kids, like if you don't want any kids and you know that you don't want any kids, or you not sure if the woman that you're dating is someone that you want to have kids by, your best bet is to put on a damn rubber, or don't fuck her to begin with, or make sure you communicate that to her. Don't sell dreams, because selling the dream is actually what's making so many men around here paying child support for children that they didn't even want. A lot of people keep saying, Priest didn't want your baby. Priest didn't want your baby. Dude, if he would have said this from the beginning, we wouldn't even be in this situation. But he waited until after I'm like 3 months pregnant to say, I don't want a baby. You know what I mean? After months and months and months of talking about having children with me. You see what I'm saying? So had he had said that from the beginning, would we be here? You know, so this is what I need men to do. Communicate more. Communicate effectively. Communicate honestly. This is why I keep saying, fellas, just don't lie to women. Like when you lie, it makes shit worse. And the funny thing is, women get blamed for shit like this all the time. Men are walking around here bitter and ugly and angry and mad because they on child support when they put themselves on that shit because you didn't protect your baby gravy. Protect your sperm. Protect your legacy. If you want to be selective about, you know, who you have children with, protect it. Don't just walk around just coming up in any chick like it's nothing. That's what y'all do. Y'all come up in any chick and then turn around and blame the chick. She tricked me. She this and this and that. No, you tricked yourself. You played yourself because you went up in some pussy without a condom. Like straight up. Like if you don't want kids, use protection. Pull out. Don't have sex, or just be selective about what you saying to women. Do not sell dreams. And I'm telling you, those dreams that y'all selling, that picket fits and the marriage and the kids and all of that stuff, all of the lies that you saying to pull in women and open them up, well, really, you don't even want to fuck with them like that. You just telling them that so you can open them up and use them for what you want to use them for, and then turn around and disappear when shit get real, and then wonder why you want child support. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put yourself in this situation. You know, everybody is responsible for what they do with their bodies. I know for me, I would never get pregnant by a guy that would just randomly just walk off and leave me with some baby. Like, who would do that? I know I wasn't. So I was in a relationship talking about marrying this guy, living with this guy, trying to build my life with this guy. I wasn't some jump off or some side chick. No matter how many times people keep trying to portray me to be such a thing. I am not that motherfucker irresponsible with my body. It's unfortunate that I gotta put my son's father on child support. It pretty much is. And of course I'm gonna go ahead and get my DNA test. I told everybody I'm gonna post a DNA test when the results come back so everybody can know. I'm just not that type of woman. You know, I'm the type of woman that's gonna go out there and build a family with one man. I'm not about to be going around here jumping from relationship to relationship to relationship, or guy to guy to guy. I just don't do that. So while everybody's walking around claiming they know who Soncerae fucked, when really there's no proof that Soncerae fucked too much of anybody other than who I tell you I fucked. Black women are always made out to be the bad person in all of these type of situations. It just doesn't make any sense. Men don't want to take responsibility. So fellas, if you don't want children, and you don't want to be on child support, you don't want to be just another black man on child support, make sure you communicate with these women. I'm not saying there's not no bad women out here, because there's some women out here that might trick you. You know, it's some women out here that might say she on a pill. It's some women out there that might say whatever just to get your sperm. You know, it's women out there that's like that. But not every black woman is a bad woman. Just like you don't want women to think every black man is a bad black man. Well, you have to stop looking in the direction of every single woman who is pregnant and automatically assume because she black, oh, she just using him for a child support check. No, not everybody's stunting no check. I know for me, I could care less if I get the check at all. For me, it's been more of a principle thing. Like, don't sit up here and tell me that you want to be a husband and a father and we starting to build a life together, and I'm thinking within the next 2 or 3 years we're going to have some kids together, we're going to move to California together, and then suddenly I get pregnant and you reveal, oh, I never really liked you to begin with, I want to get back with my ex, I don't want our baby, and I'm like, what? I'm 3 months pregnant. You know, that's sideswiping somebody. You don't do that to women, especially if you over 30. Like, no man over 30 should be playing no games of that magnitude. Like, that's some early 20s mistake. That's not some 37-year-old, you know, type of mistake a man should be making. Like, we too old for that shit. Like, you should be able to communicate effectively about what it is that you want as a man. You know, as a man, you need to be able to come to a woman and say, hey, this is what I want. This is not what I want. This is what's acceptable. This is not what's acceptable. And if you can't do that in a situation with a woman, you're going to find yourself having problems inside of that relationship when shit get real. When shit get real to a point where, hey, we living in an extended stay hotel and she pregnant and sick and can't work. And now everything is my responsibility and I can't handle it as a man because, number one, I was never mentally prepared to be a husband or a father to begin with because I still got other shit I got to deal with. This is what you need to be telling women when you meet them. You have to communicate, and you have to communicate honestly so you won't screw up your own life or screw up another woman's life. You have to be careful with that. I see it on social media every day, men talking about being on child support, how unfair it is. Did you strap up, my dude? Did you strap up? Did you tell the woman that you didn't want kids? Not ever. You ain't want no future with her, you don't love her, none of that. Did you tell her that? You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about this stuff. You got to think about this stuff. And just because you don't want kids doesn't mean that she doesn't. Because I know for me, inside of my situation, I kept telling priests, I want to have children. I do. Haven't been able to have them, but I definitely would like to have them with you, my love. With you. And I said that so many times, and we discussed it so many times, and he wanted children too, and we was planning for the future, and, you know, getting it. You know, getting our plans on. When the shit came sooner than he thought, you see what happened. Now we're in a situation where he don't even want to reach out back to me about his son. So here's the thing. If you've made the mistake, you got a chick pregnant, right? You got a chick pregnant, you didn't want to get pregnant. You got a baby on the way. The worst thing you can do is start ignoring the chick. Because then that's definitely going to put you on the road to child support. Not out of revenge, but because it's a responsibility, your responsibility as a man to take care of your children, something you created. So if you don't start communicating with this woman, especially if she's making it easy for you, because there's women out there that's flat out making it easy. Like, yo, I'm not about to be putting you on child support. We ain't even need to do all that. We adults. Look, let's just arrange some shit. You know, and like I tell everybody, I already got a 17-year-old. Me and my daughter's father ain't never had an issue with child support. I ain't never put him on child support. That's not something I was ever interested in. So the fact I'm in a situation now with my son's father to where throughout my entire pregnancy, he has decided to disappear. Even when I email him stuff about our son, and I don't want to talk about relationships, I'm not trying to get back with him, I'm not trying to use him for money, I'm not trying to none of that. I'm just sitting here telling him stuff about his son, and he's ignoring it. Men, you put yourself in worse situations when you do that, when you lack communication. If you don't want a baby, right, and you end up getting a woman pregnant accidentally, even though you didn't want a baby, the worst thing you can do is avoid the woman. Because it's a responsibility. It's already there. You can't cry over spilled milk. If you take responsibility and you just do what you got to do, you'll be in a better situation doing that instead of waiting it out and then she puts you on child support. Being put on child support is worse than you actually sitting there communicating, working something out with the mother of your children. Fellas, remember that. When you act up, when you avoid her, when you don't answer calls, when you don't answer texts about your children, you make the situation worse for yourself. Again, not all women are easy to deal with. Not all women are as nice as I am in regards to this situation. Because for me, I don't give a fuck that we not together. I don't give a fuck who he fucking. All I want him to do is take care of his child. You know, see his baby. That's it. be a father. You know, so what? You wasn't ready. Let's get ready. I wasn't ready. I had to get ready. I was forced to get ready. You know what I'm saying? I had to put my big girl pants on and just get it. And that's what you got to do as a man. You got to put your damn big boy boots on and let's get it. You know what I'm saying? We got a baby coming. Communicate. Let's talk. We can arrange some things and be cool. We don't even need the court systems. But when you avoid your responsibility, when you avoid it, and you put us in a situation where we got to explain to our kids why daddy ain't around, or we got to worry about, you know, doing everything on our own. And some women just don't like taking kids care on their own. Or whatever reason, whatever it is, you put women in a position to force them to have to file legally. In my case, Priest decided he wanted to cling on to his legal marriage, because everybody's saying everything legally, they were legally married, so legally that's better. No matter how many times I say Priest was separated, right? Everyone's like, they were legally married. That's better. You should have waited till they were legally divorced, or whatever the case is. Well, since legally seems to hold more power with these men, you making women realize, especially me, because I realize, okay, everybody wants to put all of this weight on legal marriage, regardless to how separated Priest was and how him and his wife both reassured me that I never had to worry about them two getting back together, you know, because they was really just literally like separated. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm all in. I feel comfortable because I got two people telling me, hey, it's all good. Even though they're still legally married, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to open my mind to this. I'm going to be cool. And me, her, and him just going to be cool. They ain't got no kids together. They ain't got no property together. They ain't got no money together. They don't have shit together. So this should be an easy divorce, right? This is what I'm thinking. Since they think that legal marriage is so strong, and that's what everybody's trying to convince me, well, now I have to legally bind myself to Priest by putting him on the birth certificate and then turning around and filing for child support. You see what I'm saying? So if you're going to put all of this faith in the legal marriage, you guys have to also put faith in child support legally. Same shit. Legally, since everybody's so big on the law, and legally, no one gives a fuck about spiritual marriage. I told everybody I was in a spiritual marriage with Priest. They're like, fuck your spiritual marriage. You know, me and him sitting here with a baby. Fuck the fact that y'all got a baby. But care about his legal marriage. Okay, well, if you care about his legal marriage, then why not have that same care in regards to legally putting this dude on child support? Why is one less than the other? See, it's a double standard there. You know, men don't like that. They don't like that. But I know one thing they also don't like, motherfucking spousal support and alimony. So why everybody talking about black women put everybody on child support? White women got your ass with that alimony and that spousal support. Don't you forget it. Anyway, keep yourself safe, man. Put a rubber on that thing, all right?